So I've gone hands-free so I can use my hands to hold tied around my waist. It is a leash designed for that, and we're going to go live. We are going live. We're going to the mall, going to do another socialization session with him, and we'll see what we come across, people, noises, other stuff. We are traveling along a suburban home route, probably not going to come across dogs. If we do, they'll be behind fences, and that's okay. We'll go through the method as that arrives. I've got all the usual stuff you need, poo bags, etc, etc. I hear he's doing his long wee again. Swear he doesn't go in the daytime when he knows I'm coming around to give him a walk. Friday afternoons is a usual time. Yeah, he does very, very, very long bathroom breaks. Weirdo. I am mic'd up. There's a car coming, so we best get across the road. Pretty toot sweet. Yeah, if the mic clicking because it's in a stupid place, hopefully someone will comment and I can adjust that. Intention is to be somewhere in the region of an hour with Roadie for this one. Somewhere in the region. I'm going to the mall. If it goes over, it goes over. I'm not particularly worried about that. We'll just see what happens. Very peaceful today, very quiet, no wind, sunny day, warm. Are we in winter yet? No, we're still autumn. Sunny autumn day. It's allegedly only 15 or 16 degrees, but that sun is warm. I'm wearing black trousers and a blue sweater. I'm warm. Okay, so I don't mind when Roadie stops to smell. There's something I encourage with this guy. He needs to do a lot more of it than he naturally does. It's not something he seems to be big into. He's usually too concentrating on just moving forward at full speed. So the more he does this, the better. It's something he needs to get into his life a lot more. Not really the place I want to stop either. So. The middle of a road is not ideal. Keep moving. So we're going to the end of this road and we'll be turning right. Now we are going to have some dogs to deal with probably in this property, not the one we're about to arrive at on the right, the one past it. There's usually, not always, usually some dogs hanging out in the front garden. Roadie's going to stare at them and we're just going to do the process. I will try and keep the phone pointed at him, but my process will not be to show that I'm engaged with what he's doing whatsoever. If he wants to be engaged with the dogs that are barking at him, I don't care, and I'm going to use my body language, my mood. They're not there. This is house. They're not there. Okay. Well, let's put paid to that. We're not going to see them. Okay, so this is, again, we're in a road. I don't really like this. This is not a place I like to work. I generally just walk across roads. Don't care if the dog stops and they get hit with the leash. It's a really bad habit to get into, dawdling in a road. Even if there is value in trying to achieve stuff. It's just not a habit I'm really willing to engage in. Drivers here in Melbourne are not the best. A little bit of pulling coming from Roadie here. It's not horrendous. And while it's around my waist, particularly worried. Right, so this is a fence we do need to be wary of. This is I keep saying it, a busy cycle path and skateboard path, etc, etc. Oh, he's stopped. So Roadie's looking at the person who's just taken a pram into their home across there. I'm going to go wide. There's no one coming. But it does happen. Bikes do come around here. It is common. Don't want to be surprised. So why am I live? Yeah, good one. There's something Kevin, the anti-dog trainer, has been talking about for a while. We're going to work with dogs. Show your work. And I think it's a valid challenge. I don't really care what your particular discipline is with how you deal with dogs. But in today's day and age, right, we've got a good one coming. Here we go. We've got an electric scooter coming. I don't know what Roadie's going to make of that. No idea. He may not care. He might care. He doesn't care. Okay, we've not seen that before. That was new. He's never seen someone on an electric scooter whizzing past like that before. But nice to know he doesn't care. Anyway, what was I saying? Sorry, this camera angle's going berserk. Changing hands because my jumper had fallen down my arm. Yeah, so live, because in today's day and age, you've got no excuse for not filming what you're doing when you're working with other people's dogs. This is not my dog. This is a client's dog. And so we're out for a socialization session. That's what he needs above all else. He needs to learn to cope with difficult environments because he's nervous about them, scared of some of them. He's pretty good with people. He's not particularly good with dogs. There's a very limited set of dog friends. He does have some. He's got 3 dog friends and 1 dog acquaintance. But this is all about people and loud noises and strange situations. So we're going somewhere busy and we'll see what happens. And we're showing how we do it in real time, no edits. I can't hide anything. I like that. I do think there's an authenticity and an honesty behind that. This guy's not my dog. But does he know any tricks? I've never tried. I don't know. It's not what I'm doing with him or why I've been employed to work with him. But no, as far as I'm aware, he does not know any tricks. A little history of him as well. He's recently had a very, very invasive surgery on his back knee. He had a torn cruciate ligament. As I've explained on other videos, it's a horrid, horrid surgery for dogs. He is now essentially not going to be the dog he used to be ever again, because they don't fix the ligament. They chop the bone and they change the joint by changing the angle of the joint and let the ligament re-knit. So he's got pins in his leg where they destroyed the bone, pinned it back together, and ouch, and that's not very fun. So exercise for these guys gets very, very restricted and very difficult when they've had that. So you're into problem space when that occurs. So now there's a ramp to get into cars. He's not even he's not even 6 years old yet. Right, we've got a pushchair coming. No idea what he makes of pushchairs. We've not seen that before either. So in the interest of I don't know how this will go, we're going to shorten the leash and we're going to give the pushchair people a little bit of space, because I genuinely don't know how this is going to go. Not walked past a pushchair with Roadie before, so we're going to let them go past and we will just see what occurs. Hello. He's interested, but nothing good. Oh, easy. So yeah, again, don't know what he makes of children either. No idea. I've not had him around many children now. We have had him around teenagers. We've been around a school when it's kicked out, secondary school when it's kicked out. So no issue there with big kids. Don't know what he makes of small children. Never been around them. Oh, we've just missed the light. This light is ridiculous. A 3-minute light cycle. We're going to press the button and we'll have to just stand there waiting. Oh, Roadie wants to say hello. Person doesn't want him to say hello, so we're not going to let him. We'll just hold the leash and we'll wait. Here we go. Yeah, that's another thing where we live. There are a lot of people who are quite scared of dogs. Do have to be careful of that. Right, we've got a bike coming. Just press the button and we will be stood here for quite some time. Oh, yep, we're not going that way. Roadie thinks we're going up there. We're not. Let's just use my body to... I don't know where he thinks he's going. Look at this! He's all over the shop. Alright, well, I shortened the leash up and we're just going to wait here. So nice shorts in my hand. He can't go anywhere now. So that didn't light up. The button might not be working on the light crossing. That could be a problem. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I don't want to be stuck here for an hour. All right. I guess we just wait. Ugh. Sorry, folks. This is Melbourne. Light cycles can go in 3 or 4 minutes at a time, and we did just miss this one. We're going to go across there. Should be going shortly. Oh word, this annoys me. I hate traffic lights like this. Seriously, 3-minute light cycles. It's just absurd. So while we're crossing the road, I'm going to keep him on short leash. Other bizarrity of Melbourne, traffic is green and so is the green man to cross. So there's cars behind me now waiting for me to get out of the way. I've never been anywhere else in the world that does that. Like literally like asking for people to get run over, but there you go. Whatever. It's a bit weird. Alright. We'll get on with getting to the mall. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna go sniff this first. We'll let the person go, Roadie. They're walking quicker than us. As you can see again, there's a little bit of leash tension. There's not much, see, but there's a little bit. There's more than is desirable, but it's really not enough for me to care. I do intend on going to a different entrance this time. There are multiple entrances to this mall. The busiest we haven't been to yet. So we'll do that today. Good old toilet stop. That, you see how hard he hit the end of the leash? That's a hard no from me. You're not getting to that smell. That is just disrespectful if I had to give it a word. And so I'm not giving into that. If he pulls a bit to a smell, yeah, okay, we'll allow it. But a full-on charge? Yeah, absolutely not. Don't be such a clown. If you ask nicely, you can get to the smell, you can have what you want. If you want to be a clown, absolutely no. The concept behind that is I'm putting the responsibility onto him to self-manage his behavior to get what he wants. And if he wants to ask nicely, chooses to ask nicely, he can have what he wants for the most part. And obviously there's going to be some no answers. I'm not walking in there with him in that dirty, horrible water. That's always a no. But if he asks, generally speaking, if he wants to go smell something, the answer is yes if he asks nicely. If he just smacks into the end of the leash like that, I'm putting the brakes on and the answer is no. And forget it. We'll go do something else. We'll move on. And he will learn after repetitions that getting what he wants requires him to be calm and polite. And the decision on that is actually his, and therefore the choice, whether he gets what he wants or not, is his. Again, we're coming up to a potentially busy intersection. So I'm not going to let him go wild with lots of leash. I'm going to keep him close to me. I'm going to have a look around the corner. And we do need to cross the road. We're heading up there. But this is a really dangerous corner to cross the road on because cars come flying around here. So we'll keep going down here a bit and then we'll cross when I can see. Right, this ought to do for crossing the road. Let's have a look. Roadie's not with me, he's distracted, so I'll just wait for him to not be distracted and we're good to go. He thinks we're going that way. We're not. We are going to go this way. We'll get out of this person's way. Again, I don't know if they're scared of dogs or not. Good. Right, here we are, Werribee Mall. We're going to the diametrically opposite corner to where we are. Oh, you're pooping. I'm sorry, folks. Roadie's decided he needs to have a number 2. Of course. Right, I'll have to clear this up, and that'll mean I'm going to have to put the phone away a sec. Right, back in a minute. I'll just place this on the floor while we deal with this. And unplug. Alright, we're back. Let's go. I don't know what it is about dogs that I take for walks. They always go for a number 2. Always. It's the worst part of the job, by far. You deal with dogs getting angry and upset and scared. Why have they always got to poo? Okay, we're getting a little bit more tension on the leash here. But this is somewhere he's never been. This is not an area he's familiar with. Right, no, there is a car coming. Okay, we're allowed to go. Excellent. Right, as you can see, there's people coming. Again, this guy is generally fine with people, but I want to give people the respect of the space because not everybody likes dogs. That is something we come across a heck of a lot around here, unfortunately. Right, he's right in front of me. Too Roadie. Ooh, that was horrid. That car hit the road. As in the front bumper just hit into the road. And he's under my feet. I don't know why he's under my feet. Right, now we're away. Away from the traffic lights. Okay, so again, as I said earlier, if he wants to go sniff stuff, I want him to do that as much as he chooses to, because he's not very good at it. He needs to sniff a lot more. Slow down and sniff. Okay, someone coming from our left, from up on that platform. You won't see that on camera, they're behind us to the left. So we have got car ramp to our left as well, so no point is behind all this stuff. There's cars moving around on ramps, they're making banging noises. I don't know if that's picking up on the microphone. Roadie's never heard that before. This is all completely new to this fellow. Never been here before. To my knowledge, he's never been in a multi-story car park before. He's not heard cars moving around like this before. You can see he's starting to get a bit... Ooh, what's that? His ears are flapping around. He's pointing his head at things. He's getting unsure of this. Good. Right, you've got to learn to deal with this. There's no threat. The car's in the car park down there. You see it now. They're no threat, and all the ones going upstairs onto the ramp. But he doesn't know that. He's never heard the noise they make when they go over those ramps. A little bit of a pull there. Still not enough for me to really care about. And if he does get a bit hard on the pull, I'll just stop walking and we'll wait for him to decide not to pull. Now I need to check what's coming. No one's coming. Right, shorten the leash while we're on a pedestrian crossing. Okay, we've got an old lady with a trolley coming. Good stuff. And she's got a mask on. So we've got hidden face to deal with as well. So the leash is nice and short because we're on a green man crossing. But he is here, I promise. He's fascinated by the cars. Yeah, he's under my feet again. Right, we'll carry on. Just gave that lady a sniff and we moved on. Hello, purple moon. God, my hand's getting cold. I'm going to swap hands a second. My hand's getting cold. I'm not in the sun anymore, it's got cold. Right, so we're heading up towards the next set of traffic lights, turning left, and then we'll be doing a second left, and we're into the busiest area of the mall, and we're just going to go sit and exist for a bit. I'm afraid that's not going to be super exciting. We're just doing some socialization with him. All we're going to do is go sit there, and he's going to watch the trolleys going past, the people going past, scooters, bikes, school kids, the works. But he's got to go do it. He's not going to enjoy it, I don't think. He's going to find it either boring or a bit worrying. This guy is an American Staffordshire Terrier. As far as I'm aware, he is a purebred, but don't quote me on that. An American Staffordshire Terrier is essentially a pit bull. They're basically the same thing. Slightly different lines were drawn in the 1930s, but that's where they came from. And he's not my dog, by the way. This is a client's dog. This is not my dog. That's why we're doing socialization. I'm not taking my dog out for a walk. I'm taking someone else's dog out for a walk. He is pulling me, so I'm just going to stop a sec. I'm not particularly amused with that level of pull. Yes, he's a 5.5-year-old American Staffordshire Terrier. He's not a particularly large one. He's currently weighing in at 31 kilos, which is about something in the region of 70 pounds, maybe 75 pounds. I don't know what that calculation is. He's getting a little pulley again, so I'm just going to stop. I'm going to wait for him to relax. And we can move on. That's better. See, there's looseness in that leash now. That's better. Much, much better. That's what we like. I don't care if the dog's in front of me. I don't care if the dog's behind me or to the side of me. What I do care about is the quantity of leash tension and the quantity of attention they give me. And you see Roadie's not really one to look back at me much. That's not a surprise here. This is a completely new place to him. He's never been before in his life. Of course he's not going to be paying me a huge amount of attention. He's not comfortable. Now he's pulling a bit here. He's relented. We'll see what occurs as we get around the corner. Yeah, you can tell he's not been here, or it's a super smelly place, as he's not walking in straight lines anymore. Here, we've got someone coming with shopping bags, and we'll give them space, so I will shorten the leash up. Not really envisaging any issues from him, but typically he's on the wrong side of the path. We're now walking on the right hand side when we should be on the left. We're just going to have him. Hello. Just having a sniff in there. Oh, walk past. Alright, pedestrian crossing. Shouldn't be any issue here. This is just deliveries only. That's always down there. Right, here we are. We're at the busy part. Right, so we've got music playing on my left, coming out the... Alright, we've got a scooter. Come out the way. Okay, so there's no leash tension there. I have my hand on it just in case. Good to see. He really isn't bothered by electric bikes or scooters. That's good to know. I must confess I'm slightly surprised by that. We don't come across them that often. That's certainly the closest we've had one to us. He didn't care about the one on the road earlier. He's looking at his reflection in the glass. I don't know if that's coming out on the camera. There he is, looking at himself. Again, there's voices coming from there on the audio system. It's the radio. So you can see tail's gone down now. His mood is heading towards unsure and not really comfortable with this anymore, and that's fine. It's totally fine. So my job is here just to be chill, just to be calm. All we're doing is we're coming into a busy space and we're just going to exist in the busy space. So he can watch people, he can hear people, and he can smell people. That's all we want. And we don't want to walk in the road. Hello. I do not have a lighter, no, sorry. So we're going to use the leash to get him off up the road, out of the road. We don't want that. That's nonsense, Roadie. That's a car park, not a road. That is exaggerating. No one's driving down that part of it. So what I wanted is to just go around the corner and exist. We're just going to wait. I have a feeling there's no bench there anymore, so no, the bench has. Oh no, it's still there. Excellent. So we're going to go onto that bench over there. We're just going to watch stuff happening because he is going to struggle with this. To be honest. So here we are. This is the entrance to Roadie Mall. It's the main food court area. Somewhere Roadie's never been before. I did bounce him on the leash then. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to keep a reasonably short leash. And we'll just let him watch the woggaby. See the tail's tucked a little bit more. So he is now getting into the position of being insecure here. He's yawning. Sorry, I missed that. He's not worried about people, and nor am I worried about him being near people. They have enough room to get out of the way if they're bothered by a dog. So I'm not giving them any of that respect that we did on the walk by getting out of people's way. We're not doing that here. So we're just going to sit here and let people come past. That is literally all we're doing. That is the sum total of this part of the experience. And yeah, he's vibrating a little bit in that back leg. So he's not comfy, but he's coping. And this is it. This is literally how socialization works. We are just going into an environment of which he doesn't understand. He's not sure how to be, and I'm letting him experience it. This is uncomfortable for him. It's fine. Uncomfortable is something you have to get used to. You only get comfortable by doing this. That's all there is to it. As you can see, people just aren't paying him the slightest bit of attention, which is also good. It's what we want. There we go. All right, we'll set down. No, I prefer it if you ask to touch someone's dog. I really do prefer it if you ask. But we can see the Roadie's not bothered. And I'm not jumping in to start something where it's not needed. If a kid's going to do that, it would be worse if I suddenly stood up and said, hey, no, don't do that. Roadie's going to react to me suddenly jumping up and saying, hey, no, don't touch the dog. And we're going to make that into more of a problem than it would otherwise be. I've never seen him around small children before, so we'll keep you at a distance if that's okay. And honestly, he doesn't seem bothered. Oh, the little child dropped something. Yeah, that is it. I'm not doing that in public. I've never seen him around small children, and so we're not playing that game here. I want to see how he is, and that was nice. He seemed fine. He didn't have any issues. He's on my foot. That's a common thing dogs do, by the way. Just to get a feeling of what you're about. They touch you in some way, shape or form. I'll give him a bit more leash here because he's not in the walk path. And those of you who may have noticed, I've not used any commands, and nor will I. That's not what this is about. This is purely about socialization, and I can't do that with commands. He has to get used to this environment by himself, for himself. I can't do anything other than offer moral support in that situation. He's got to use his brain, his smarts to work out that I'm not actually dying. Nobody here is trying to kill me. Nobody here is even trying to hurt me. He's been touched by someone. The tail's still quite tucked. I love the way they sit. The bum doesn't actually touch the floor. That's funny. Yeah, he's got to work all out for himself and by himself. There's nothing for me to do other than be the calm moral support in the scenario. And that's it. And that sadly makes this quite boring. I realise that. This is what you might call the hard yards. It's not glamorous, it's not exciting. Nobody enjoys doing it. I suppose I don't mind. But it is something he's doing. We are just watching the world go by. So you see he's panting now, his breathing has increased a bit. He is still uncomfortable. This is not something he is enjoying. And I don't care. That sounds harsh, but I don't care. And the only way for him to get through that is to do this repeatedly, over and over and over again. It works best and fastest when he's with someone he trusts, and that's me, and that beeping car is going to caught his attention. And then we will return to normal once we've done this enough times. Each dog's slightly different. Some are going to take to this like a duck to water and absolutely love it. Others, not so much. It's going to be hard for them for a long time. Don't know with this guy. Don't know. We'll see how he does. I like the check-ins for me. That's really, really good. I'm loving that he's turned around and looking at me. Beautiful. His ears are all over the shop, so he's listening out for stuff. So I know I'm a human and I don't have a great sense of smell, but to a dog, this must be intensely confusing. There are donut shops, sand churros, ice creameries, Thai restaurants, Mexican restaurants, Japanese restaurant, fish and chips restaurant. And I can't turn my head far enough the other way to see what else is there. So he is now telling me he wants to go. So he's put pressure on that leash and he's up. He's had enough, he'd like to get out of here. Well, okay, you're allowed to express your opinion, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with that. Well, I am. I'm not moving. But I'm not going to argue in any corrective sense. The answer is just no, I'm not ready to go yet. I want to push you for another few minutes because you need to work things out a little bit better than you currently have done. There we go, he's sat down again. Nice. And you see he's panting heavily again. He's struggling with this a bit, and that is fine. Right, running people are intense. Thankfully that guy stopped running. That's one way to grab a dog's attention, start running straight at them. That'll do it. Yeah. You got snuck up on. You'd be a useless guard dog. I don't know if anyone could sneak up on Rollo here. It is pretty noisy. I can't argue with that. It is noisy. It'd be easy to sneak up on me. Very, very easy. Right, we've got another 2 minutes, Roadie, and then we can jog on. Which way are we going to jog on? Probably easiest to just go back the way we came. To be fair, so whilst I do have sympathy for him, it's not nice to see a dog struggling. You do have to really be a little bit tough. Yeah, cope with it. You'll get there. I know it's not a dangerous environment. I know nothing's going to go wrong for you. Nobody's going to hurt you. Right, he's made it for as many minutes as I'd hoped he would. You see he's shaking, so he's struggling with this situation. But I'll push it for a little bit longer. Next time he looks at me, we'll give him we can go. What was that? Don't know what that noise was. I'm just going to shift my bum because I'm cold. So I can feel his vibrations down the leash now. And he's going to demand we leave him. So we'll hold back. It's not your choice to make yet, Roadie. My choice. Okay, more prams. Beautiful to see that he doesn't care about prams. A lot of dogs have an issue with prams or buggies or whatever you want to call them. But not this guy. or a child on someone's dad's shoulders. Presumably his dad's shoulders. Okay, that's the request. He looked at me. We can do it. So yeah, because he's looked at me, we'll accept that request to leave and we can move on. I will keep the leash a little bit short here because there's stuff going on left, right and centre. People coming at us from awkward angles and children around. Next test, we're going to go that's incorrect. We're going to go up to these automatic doors. I don't know what he's going to do about automatic doors. I'm curious. Let's see what happens. He's not even going to notice. He's so distracted he doesn't even notice automatic doors. Oh dear. That tells you where his head's at. We'll let these people go.
Staffy?
Yeah. Yeah, doesn't care about doors. That just gives you a level of indication of where his head is. He's distracted, he's struggling, and so maybe this big go. Go on. It's not looking. There we go. That's funny. Alright, he's pulling me, so I'm going to stop. And there's a bin right there, so it's time to get rid of the number 2. Do that. Sorry, just get rid of his number 2. Did right. We've got a bike coming right at us. Good to see he's still not bothered about that. Doesn't care about the people. The leash is loose. He could have gone to see them if he wanted to. There was no restraint from me. I'm pretty happy. But we don't have any people problems. I kind of knew that anyway. It's not. I'd be lying if I said I thought we had people problems and I've just solved them. We don't really have people problems with this guy. The only people he has issue with that I've ever seen are people that are scared of him. And we did have someone, a teenager, come up to him and start petting him, and then he gave him a right look and he growled at them, and then they said, I'm scared of dogs. Brilliant. So you come up to a dog you don't know and start petting it, and you're scared of dogs. I appreciate your bravery for doing that. This isn't the right dog for that. If it had been my dogs, that would have been absolutely fine. But yeah, he's not too keen on people that are nervous. I don't think that's abnormal. Right, which way home shall we go? We can go straight across here. It's a bit of a long one. Or we can go back the way we came. Right, he's pulling me again. I'm going to step round the poo, so there's dog poo on the path. He's decided we're going back the way we came. He's relented from the pulling, so I'm not going to stop. He's all over the shop. What's going on here? Like I said, when he wants to stop and smell, I'm going to let him stop and smell. I want him to do much more of that than he does. So if he wants to get involved in this for a minute, that's fine. Yep. He's a forward motion dog that needs to get into his head. Stopping and sniffing things is actually quite fun. That only comes when he can be calm. Yeah, it would be nice to go back a different way. But crossing this main road is the problem. The next, oh no, there's a crossing now. Yeah, we can go back a different way. Good. Oh, nice checking. So going back the different way through the park, we probably will come across some dogs. We can do some work there if we see any. Never guaranteed. It seems to come like buses. You get none and then you get 4 at once and you've already passed them all, and then when you go out looking for them you can't find any at all. Oh, hello Rosie. How you doing? That's a nice bit, peace and quiet. Do apologise, I'm walking down a very busy main road. It's probably really noisy down the feed, but hey ho, is what it is. It is a lovely day in Melbourne today, but I'm in the cold part now and I'm not wearing my jacket. It was hot earlier in the sunshine. Now it's not. Well, keep moving and we'll be fine. Oh, no. Sponge. Apparently that sponge was interesting. Okay. Alright, just marking. Nice. Right, pedestrian crossing, but I can't see around the corner. It's a 180-degree bend for the cars. So, yeah, we're good. Pay attention as we come around here. You're still here. How long have I been out? 45 minutes we've been out. I've been live for 42 of those. A couple of minutes faffing around, getting out of the house, getting the mic set up and working out how to do YouTube live, as I haven't done it for so long. Where did you have to go to wash Chopper in the end? Alright, I'm just going to rein Roadie in a little bit then. Okay, so we can cross the main road here, so let's do that. That'd be good. Is the buggy coming our way? Okay, so we've got man and electric buggy. Don't envisage it being any issue. I'll step this side, shorten up the leash. Hello. He's curious. That's fine. Not worried about that. But we don't need anyone getting run over. That's a long way away from you, isn't it, Rosie? Unlucky. Right, so we'll cross here. Shorten that leash. Bank the traffic light. And we'll just wait. He's down here by my side. Again, I'm not telling him anything. He's not under a command to sit, stay, or do anything. The leash is just short, and the expectation from me is he doesn't need to move, do anything until I do. Oh, that's not our direction. Damn it. Oh, sorry, Roadie. Yeah, I moved. My footsteps. His cue to move. But that tricked me. I thought that was ours. So it's not. You have to wait. His turn. I don't care if he turns around, it's fine. The lights bore me, they really do. I literally stood here wasting my life. Okay, looks like we might be about to go. Yeah, let's go. Okay, see, it doesn't move till my footsteps go. That's the rule. I didn't do it on the way out here. At the first traffic light we came to. Mostly because I wasn't concentrating. That's usually what we do. Oh, here we go. Got some more people. He wants to go in there. I don't really think that's great idea. It's a dead end. Right, so here's the process. Oh no, he's already with me. What we do is when a dog faces the other way, I'll press the button, goes trying to go somewhere I'm not, I just face the direction I want to go and we wait. And when he chooses to join me, we move on. All right, we're good to go. Step out and we're off. So we've got people coming. Again, I don't know these people, I don't know what they think of dogs, so we will give them some space. Don't need anyone upset. And we'll just step around them. We're not going to have any issues from Roadie, he's not that way inclined. We'll just give people the space and let them carry on with their day. Yeah, he's having a sniff. So here we go, so he's facing that way, I'm facing this way, and he's with me. Just wait, it's just body language. We're not going that way, I'm not facing that way, we're not doing that thing that you're leaning towards. We're going my way. Just wait for him to join me. Okay, cyclist coming. That is going to be someone we get out of the way of. Like you saw earlier, he's not really bothered by bicycles. he's intrigued, that's all it is. And there's a dog up ahead of us. I think they're walking in the same direction we are, so we're not going to meet them. We're not even going to get close. Oh, he's stopped to sniff. Fine, carry on. Yeah, they are. They're walking the same direction we are. We're not going to catch up with them. Okay, what's this place? A little retirement home, maybe. Well, now they're walking towards us. Okay. So this is Roadie's thing. Roadie is not great with other dogs. Kel's surprise for an Amstaff, and this is a Staffy. So we're going to work with some space. I'm going to grab him around the collar, and we're just going to be calm, and we're going to work it. That's all there is to it. He hasn't spotted the dog yet. No, these are old people too. Oh, I don't know which direction they want to go. All right. Well, if they want to go to my right, that's fine. We'll just come to the left and give some space. Okay, like I said, this guy's nemesis is this. So we're just going to stand right. Hello. So I don't do anything other than just relax myself. I'm calm. I'm not grumpy. I'm not angry. I'm not putting him under any commands. I'm going to let the leash go now till he hits my waist. And I'm going to face the direction I want to go. And let him do what he's doing. I'm not going that way. I'm facing the direction I'm going, and he's with me. We just wait till he chooses to join me. That's all we do. Everything is calm. I don't care that he's having a mental tizwaz. Oh, there's a bike. Where do they come from? Behind me? Yeah, I'm just projecting an air of calm because that's what I want the dog to do. That's how it works. Just repeat, repeat, repeat. Get calm, get calm, get calm. Thank you for the offer, Rosie. Like I said, I feel guilty trying to get you to come across the bridge on a Friday because it's a nightmare for traffic. And this is kind of a spur of the moment. I hadn't actually planned to take Roadie out. I'd planned to bring Rollo and Tora over to him, but Rollo's limping today. So I decided to change my mind and decided to take him out. As I said on my, I think it's published, said on the video I took with him, oops, car's coming, I better concentrate on what I'm doing. As I said last week on my video, I was going to bring Rollo and Tora over because I want him to have some interaction with dogs. But Rollo's limping today, so I cancelled that, grabbed the leash and like, do you know what, we'll just take him out for a walk and we'll go to the mall again. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, he did pretty well in front of that dog, yeah. Oh, he wants to go in the shop. I don't think we're allowed in there. I like that he's curious about going in the shop. I do. I think that's great. but it's not somewhere we're going. It's a chemist, by the way, in case I know him. So yeah, his little thing in front of the dog, he did reach around and try and grab the leash to chew it at one point. That's why I love this harness. He can't reach because the clip's right down his spine. And if I got the leash in my hand, he can't do anything. Can't reach it. That's great. So yeah, the reaching around to try and chew the leash is a stress overload condition. He doesn't know how to cope with the emotions he's feeling. He's frustrated because he's being withheld, or restrained rather, not withheld, being restrained. And he hates that. He wants to go forwards. He wants to undoubtedly dominate or be otherwise nasty to that other dog. And his frustration at the leash, he turns around and tries to chew it. Yeah, tough. You're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to get calm, and that's why it's important that the human holding the leash is calm. No, I'm not going to start correcting him. I'm not putting him under commands. They're pointless. He's doing behavior. Behavior doesn't work when it's deep down instincts like that are coming out. Can't put that into command. Dog needs to work out that it's okay. There's nothing bad going on, and we're just being calm. And then when we're ready, we can move on. And that's all there is to it. Repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Happy days. Now it looks like there's some more dogs coming ahead of us. So we're going to do the same thing again. They might be 3 dogs. Can't tell yet. So it's going to be the same deal. Space. I'm going to try and get him by the collar this time. I want to be next to him. I don't want... It works fine from this distance. It's just better to be closer. Okay, those dogs are now off leash. That's not what we want. This is not a lot off leash area. Oh joy. Don't you just love it? Not an off leash area, and we've got 3 off leash dogs ahead of us. No, we'll just stand here and we will wait. 4 off-leash dogs. Oh, this is fun. Don't you love it? So yeah, this is not an off-leash dog area. Beautiful. Like I said, he ain't good with dogs. Meeting all of them isn't gonna go well, especially 4-on-1. He's just gonna lose his freaking mind. And that's not fair. That really isn't fair. Okay, do we have them all leashed up? Well, he's clocked them now. Right, space time. If they're all on leash, we'll work this. If there's one that's off, we are not playing that game. There's one that's off, so we will go around the back of the trees. I'm not playing that game. Oh, he is putting them on leash. Maybe we can play that game. Yeah, I don't know. Can't tell. Roadie will go around the back because I can't tell if he's got them all on leash. Yeah, we're going round. Now, if we see they're still off leash, we will be jogging around. They're on. Good, they're on leash, so we will continue. Hello. So he's showing some interest, but he's not too bothered. This is good, but we got distance. Yeah, four is bold, man. 4 dogs is bold. All right, small children, excellent. Never seen him around small children. The closest was at the mall. Yeah. He's not sure of him either. No, you're more interested in the dogs, aren't you? Shall we? Yeah. Yeah, he's interested. Interest is fine. I'm not worried about interest. Sorry. bug in the mouth. Yeah, that's a fly in my throat. That's horrid. Sorry, I'm going to have to spit this one up. Sorry, Roadie, that was a fly in my throat. That was most unpleasant. All right, we're back. Yeah. So yes, Roadie is not a particularly social dog. He does find other dogs very confrontational, but he has his dog friends, and this is something we're working on. And we'll get him there, and he's just got to learn to get calm. And yeah, we're not playing games with 4 dogs on one person, especially that there were two Amstaffs in that collection as well. That's not really fair. So we'll just go about our business and walk past the other side of the trees, and he did very well at that. He was not getting uppity or lunging, barking, crying, whining, and all the stuff that previously have seen from him. I know there's a little bit of distance involved, there's a little bit of tree involved, but it's nice to see. Wind the clock back 6 months ago, he'd be whining, crying, lunging, barking. It actually goes through the whole range of emotions too. He would actually do play bows. And then roll over as well. He did that a couple of times. Right, so we've got another electric scooter. Don't envisage this being a problem. No, he's not. I've got short leash just in case. He's not bothered by them. It's great. I like that. Wild dogs, especially farm dogs, really have a problem with them. You peeing? You are. All right. God, he's getting cold. You know, I'm going to pick my walking pace up. Cold. So we're only about 5 to 10 minutes from Roadie's home. Maybe less than that, actually. Don't know. Can't remember exactly where we have to go from here. Okay, he's pulling me, so I'm just going to stop. I'm not putting up with that. That's far too hard. Far too hard. Alrighty. Try again. So yeah, if he's going to start doing pulling, we will start the stop-start method of every time you pull me like that, I'm just going to stop. Now curiously, this guy is often, I should say was often, bothered by dogs behind fences, and of recent weeks I've worked with him, that's diminished. It's not disappeared. It's diminished, and as you've seen me do, I've just done the process. Just stand there facing the direction I want to go while he's staring at the fence, thinking about whatever he's thinking about. And when he's done with that, we just move on when he's ready to move on. Just projecting that sense of calm and putting that onto the dog. As I've said before in videos, that only works if you're meeting their exercise needs elsewhere. If you are not meeting a dog's physical exercise needs, they will not be able to get calm in pressure situations. That's not how dogs work. Okay, we've been pulled, so we're going to stop. And unfortunately, in Roadie's case, he is not getting his exercise needs met. I don't truly know if he ever will, ever again, because of his knee surgery. He might not ever be allowed to go crazing around, running, jumping and digging and all the things dogs love doing, because he's going to hurt his leg. That makes it a difficult scenario. Doesn't mean you can't get there. It just means it's harder and takes longer. I suppose in theory you just do longer slow burn activities like walking. Rather than high energy stuff like running on a treadmill or chasing flirt poles or anything like that. I mean, for this guy, the flirt pole was probably something the vet would bash me over the head with if I was to say we'd started doing it again. Torn cruciate ligament surgery, and you're putting the most twisty, sharp, direction changing game we've managed to come up with ever onto him. I think that would be a royally bad idea. So we're not doing that. But that does mean he is categorically not getting his exercise needs met, and I truly don't know if he ever will. So Getting him calm is not an easy function. A little bit too much of a pull on me again, so I'm just going to stop. He knows where he is. That much is definitely true. Interesting. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Oh, stop for a sniff, that's fine, carry on. Happy with that. Okay, we've got a runner ahead of us. No, stopped. Okay, is it just children? Not sure, you won't be able to see that on the camera. There's a gaggle of people ahead of me. One of them was running, but round in circles. I think it's just young teenage children being silly, I think. I don't think there's anything for us to be particularly worried about. Yeah, it is. It's just teenagers. Being teenagers. No, it's fine. I'm worried about that. Oh, someone playing frisbee over there. That's got his attention. Oh, he's chuffed. Interesting. Well, there you go. Who would have thought? Right, that's a hard pull, so I'm stopping. I'm not putting up with that. So maybe that's not a teenager, I don't know. But that's who was running in circles. That's better. Loose leash again. That's what we like. We'll work with that. Okay, so there's no other dogs behind fences between here and home that I'm aware of, except this we're currently going past now. There is one here. It's the last one. It's very, very rare that it's out in the garden. Very, very rare. Oh, got another dog. On leash. Cool. Well, we'll give some space and we'll do exactly what we did before. We will just stand and we will wait. Okay, so I am going to hook him and we're going to squat down next to him. So this is the other version of the technique. You just squat down and you wait with the dog. So I'm touching him, I'm making definitive contact with my leg to his chest. Now he's not strong enough generally to pull me off balance. Hello. And he's going to try.
You just want to play, is it?
That's fine. Roadie, your thing is twisted. Yeah, he's got the leash around his neck. So he's excited here. And the leash is around his neck, which I don't really like, but he's a big tough guy, so. And again, now I'm up, I'm leaving him alone. We face the other way and ready to go. So he's facing that way, just point that out. I'm facing this way, and I literally stay calm. Oh, my mic hit my collar again, is it? Oh, okay. Let's move that. It's going to be noisy a sec. There you go. Moved. And we move on. Everybody's calm. He's still interested in that dog. And that's fine. I don't care. So he did try and turn around and get the leash again. It's frustration. I get it. I understand it. You didn't see that on the footage. It was silent. He's just overwhelmed. But how he did that, I don't know, because he managed to get the leash around his neck. I mean, he's a big, strong unit, so it's not really going to cause him any significant issues. You can see he wasn't choking or making any weird noises or otherwise bothered. There's a dog ahead, but they're going the same direction we are. He slobbered on my arm too. How you manage that? It's making noise. I don't really know why I'm not walking on the path. I'm perfectly capable of doing that. So we've seen more dogs today than I have in months of coming down here. Usually when I come down here on a Friday afternoon, it's approximately this time, we've gone months without seeing a dog. I don't understand. Maybe it's because it's a nice day, all the fair weather dog owners are out. It's annoying. You just can't guarantee anything, and I suppose it's good on the live if we got one. Is that a dog in a shopping trolley? It is. They've put the dog in a shopping trolley down there. Okay. Something you don't see every day. Okay, so he just had to change direction. I mean, he knows where he is. He knows where we're going. This is not difficult for him. Right, so we go through this alleyway and we are home. So that second dog we were close to, another pit, a bit more interested once it had gone than he was with the previous one. Don't know why, don't really care. The process is the same, we just keep calm and carry on. Once you're calm, you can start getting close to things. Once you're calm, you can start interacting with things, but calm is king. You don't get to do that unless you are calm. As you can tell, he's not. Good question, Rosie. Why do I stop rather than just keep walking? Because I want the dog to see the trigger, I want the dog to notice the trigger, and I want the dog to go through the emotions. I want them to go into that instinctive reaction, and I want them to realise that nothing happens. Mostly because they're not behaving in the right way. Like I said earlier, the onus is on them to unlock what they want, and the key to unlock what they want is that they are calm. Now, if I just walk past and use the leash to keep on pulling and steer them round, there's a car there, didn't see them. There's another car coming too. It's good parking of this guy right on the corner of the path, isn't it? Okay, ready, we can go. Yeah, so I want the dog to go into seeing things. I don't want to just skedaddle past and run away from the problem. That's not what we're doing. I want to get into it. I want them to look. I want them to see. I'm not going to tell them what to do or what to think. They've got to figure that one out. And I know he wants to meet the dog. It's obvious he wants to meet the dog. But the terms and conditions are you have to be calm. And at the moment, he's not. So we stay there and we wait. It doesn't work if we just walk straight past. It's not how it works at all. Where are the keys? Which pocket are the keys in? There we go. Okay. Right, that's the live, folks. We're back at Roadie's home. I'm going to sign off after an hour and 10 minutes. And we'll see you next time. The process, how it works. We just go out with the dog, we do socialising, and we stay calm, whatever happens. We'll need to unclip you, Roadie. Not that you care. Alright, and then you can go out and drink. Sorry, it's going to be a bit dark in the house. Good shakeout. Okay, he's got it around his neck again. You're a numpty. Right, that'll do. See you all next time. I have no idea how to stop this. I push buttons on the screen till it works.